Hey, my everythings. I hope you guys are feeling amazing. And I know this is kind of weird. Why am I sitting in front of a ring light and all of these things? But today I decided let me just mix the day 8 and day 9. But for so guys, I did say that I was gonna mix day 8 and day 9, but I don't like day 8's vlog, so this Q&A will compensate for both day 8 and day 9. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, back to the video. Day 9, I wanted to do a little bit different. I wanted to sit down with you guys, talk with you guys, all of these things, get to know me, who am I, and all of these things. And yeah, I don't know. But anyway, before we get into this video, make sure you guys do whatever the people tell you to do. And by that, I mean like, subscribe, and also turn on those post notifications or the bells. I like to call them the bells, so that you guys are notified every time I post a video. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So on my Instagram, I asked if anyone had any questions, and yeah. So sorry. First question says, how has the high school experience been for you so far, and how are you feeling for grade 12? The high school experience, it's been crazy. It's been good. I think there's a lot of lessons that I've learned. I don't even know where to start, but it's definitely been a lot. It's definitely been a lot of growing on myself. I think I did a lot of growing this time around. I learned a lot. From the beginning of, if I were to look back from grade 8 and look back to now, to me being in grade 11 and going to grade 12, I think I've grown as a person. The person I was in grade 8 is definitely not the person I am today, and thank God for that, because it's grade 8 with the BC days, so always up to something. But I think it's been a learning experience. It's just been, there's been good times, there's been bad times, but altogether it's coming together, for one purpose. The next question is, favorite worship song and why? That's such a good question. This is such a hard question. I think my favorite worship song currently would either be Center or Jesus Have It All, or Over and Over by Elevation Worship. I think Over and Over takes the cup currently. I think it's Elevation Rhythm. My bad. I'm not sure which one it is. But why? Because just the lyrics in the song, it says, I will never grow tired of telling you you're worthy, and it's such a beautiful song. I don't know. It's just, I think given the season I'm in currently, it's learning to, glorify the Lord despite everything that I'm going through, because we know that God never changes. So despite my circumstances, despite everything that's going on around me, I know that He will never change. So instead of worrying about all the issues around me, let me rather give, worship back to God. And just that song is like, I don't know, a perfect replica of that right now. But yeah, that's my favorite worship song. So the second question is, third question is, how did you get into worship ministry? Guys, I don't this is actually pretty crazy. I don't know. I just decided one day that, because you know what? I think it was at youth, they were announcing, oh no, we have what is this? We have band auditions. And I was like, guys, can I be honest with you? I did it impulsively because at the time, I don't know. I think I wasn't really in any ministry at that point in time. I just did it, So I was like, okay, let me just go for it, And I went for it. And yeah, it's just the grace of the Lord that sustained me. And yeah, I knew I could sing, guys, like, but I don't know. I think it was more so me being like, ish, let me use what I have to give back to the Lord, because it was like, and I think the only ministry I was in at that point in time was dance. So it's just like, why not? Let's wing it, let's go for it. And yeah, I ended up in worship ministry by the grace of the Lord. That's the purpose that He has for me currently. If it does change, praise be to the Lord. But yeah. And then the next question is, what motivated you to start vlogging? Okay, so I don't know if you guys know, but I've always liked to vlog, right? I'm one person that's just I'm one person that's honestly always vlogging. I think like I want to say 5 years ago. I don't know how long it was. I was vlogging. And I used to vlog because I enjoyed it. And yeah, it was just nice. I really had a passion for vlogging. But back then I was in the world, so I was just doing whatever. But I think I've always just wanted to vlog and show people that being Christian doesn't have to be boring. Like, for example, like people always there's this thing that Christians are boring, and like it's not like that. Even if we were boring, I enjoy being boring. Then if that's the case, if Christian to people is boring, I enjoy it very much, because I like the just being in the presence of the Lord. To me, that's fun. That's my everything. That's but I think also, obviously some of you guys will know, but on during exam season, I used to post on my status, and it was a way for me to cope with the exam stress at the time. So I was constantly like on my status, like, hey, guys, this is what's happening. So as a way to cope with what I was feeling, because the pressure was a lot. So I think that's a way that I did it, and people were actually liking it. So then they were like, you know what, do this. And as someone who has been wanting to do it, it was like, but I think I pushed for it. I did it scared. I think also I started seeing the potential in me. And yeah, the next question is, how is your relationship with God? Honestly, I think I don't know how to explain this one, but literally all I can do is just thank God, because I think it's been tough wanting to trust in the Lord, but it's been a road. Like finding, like learning to really just read His word, and just all of that. I think I'm just grateful for His grace and the people He's placed in my life. And how would I describe my relationship with you, Lord? I don't know, guys. I don't know how to explain it, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. What can I say? The next question is, when did you give your life to Christ? I gave my life to Christ in 2023. Yeah, I gave my life to Christ in 2023. The next question is advice on relationships. I don't know. What's my advice on relationships? Put God in the center. I don't know how else to explain it, but I think in a relationship, you guys' love for each other should flow from your love for Christ, Like, I don't know how else to put it for you. Like, if anything you ask me, advice on relationships, hey, my man, stay pure, read the Bible, pray for each other, all of these things. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically all I can say. Don't know what else to say, guys. And then the next question is advice on friendships. I think the best thing you could do is find friends that share the same belief as you, because the people you surround yourself with, you'll end up becoming. So if I per se hang out with people that are always like, doing things that we know we're not supposed to be doing, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you become them. You start to see nothing wrong in the wrong that they're doing. But I think with friends, it's really, I can't lie, it's a matter of finding people that will always hold you accountable. Like, I know that the friends that I have in my life, if I say I don't want to read my Bible, I know that they'll hold me accountable. I know that they will always keep me in check. So guys, the next question is, why did you stop playing netball? Okay, how do I put this? I didn't stop playing netball. For those who don't know, I do netball at school. Oh, I did. Whatever. Why did I stop playing netball? I didn't stop playing netball. It was more so a thing of, like, this year for me was just busy, I think, especially in terms of schoolwork. So, yeah, like in the beginning of the year, I was there, all of these things, and then when term 2 hit, I don't know what happened, but I kept on getting sick. I kept on getting sick, and there was always schoolwork to do, and all of these things, and yeah, I don't know. And then term 3 was just a hard term, guys. I think for those, I'm in a 3-term school, but term 3 was just a hard term. So, and then the next question. This is actually a fun question. What pets do you want to own when you have moved into your own place, and why? I want a dog, guys. I want a dog. I want a dog. I want a puppy, actually. I don't want a dog. I want a puppy. I don't know. They're just cute, and dogs are just adorable. And I've been wanting one, but my mom doesn't want. So, yeah. And then the next question is, dream university and why? I have 2 currently, which is UP and Wits. Why? I don't know. Something just draws me to them. So I really wish I could explain. And then the next question is, how was your 2025 year? It was a lot. 2025 was a lot. It was a long year. I just, you gain some people, you lose some people. And, just, I think, yeah, 2025 was just a rough year, but the Lord sustained me. Like, this year was crazy. It was a lot. I don't know. I don't even know where to start, guys, like this year. But let's swiftly move on. This is not really a question, but someone's asking for a testimony. My testimony is long, so I'm gonna cut it short. But I never talk about this online. This is so weird. But when I was young, something happened to me, and it's so weird to say it online. Something happened to me when I was young. I don't know, but yeah, something really deep happened to me when I was young, and that caused a lot of issues. Like, okay, when I was young, I was bullied, all of these things, like, and also that thing happened to me. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say it on YouTube. So, but yeah, something happened to me, and also me being bullied, like, it made me, I don't know, I was just like, I was losing my mind, guys. Like, it made me change my perspective on myself. It made me feel like I wasn't pretty, and it felt like I had to get validation from men specifically to feel like I'm pretty, So I used to dress very provocative, guys. Like, I used to dress very provocative. It's not even funny. I don't even know if I'm saying the word right, but I used to dress wild, and I would try and find, try and find myself in other people. I was like, I don't think you guys understand. I was like always trying to pick and see from other people, and it was just bad. And then I fell into deep depression. I started, and then, because I don't know, like, these words, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say them on YouTube, so right. And then I also, like, I just didn't want to live anymore, and yeah, I think I was like that for a long time. Like, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what, like, I had no identity, guys. I'd literally find my identity in anything I saw, guys. It's not even funny. And 2023, I started going to youth, right? Because, like, I had always had that desire to go to God, but it was like, So in 2023, I started going to youth, and yeah, I gave my life to Christ. Actually, in my room. I left Christ in my room because I was going to use, and it was like, yeah, no, I feel the spirit, I feel the presence. But it was also like, like there were still some things that I was like, I didn't really have that relationship. It was more like I was going in there for like the feeling. And then, I met him when literally I met the Lord. My salvation came when literally I was in my room, like, and I was not in a good condition, and the Lord made me there. And that's so cool, how the Lord can switch, how you feel about yourself and all of these things. But honestly, I'm grateful for the person I've become. Yes, the experiences that have happened to me are sad, but it built me to what I am today. So I'm more than grateful to the Lord for that. Anyway, moving on. Okay, what are you doing after high school? I want to be a pediatrician, so I want to study medicine. And then who was your top artist this year? Sunday. I think it was Sunday, Madison Ryan Ward, Lindy, if you don't know who they are. Sure. By the way, I listen to gospel mostly, like Christian music mostly, but it was Sunday, Tony Mel, you should listen to him, Lindy, Madison Ryan Ward, and I can't remember the fifth one. So I think I'm just gonna leave it there. And then the next question is, what a deep question.
Take it easy, dog.
Yo. Okay, moving swiftly on. Ish, a difficult lesson you had to learn this year. Buffet. A difficult lesson I had to learn this year. I think for me, as someone who's always around friends and someone who's like such a big personality, I think learning to like remove myself from places that I knew and places or friends that just weren't for me anymore, and I don't know, I think that was definitely the most difficult one, because it was also learning to understand different dynamics, and yeah, I think it was just that it was hard, to let go of people that I not necessarily let go, but in a sense, like, understand the dynamic that I have with a specific person. Like, I know that there are some classmates that I'm just classmates with, and I know that there are some friends that, it was just like all of these things, learning to just understand that there's different dynamics to different friendships, different relationships, and all of these things. And learning that was hard. It was hard, and also I think learning to open up to people. It's so weird. It's so weird. I wish I could tell you that, like, there's these two people in my youth ministry that I opened up to. And when I tell you, the first time I opened up to them, it was weird. It was so weird because, normally your first instinct is to go to God and then go to your friend and be like, hey, but hey, when the Lord started saying, no, be real with this person, it was like, sorry, excuse me. Like, I don't open up to people. And what is that on my eye, guys? Okay, but anyway, I think that was definitely hard. Some of these videos where I'm yapping, I'm gonna speed it up because I don't know. But the next question is, are you gonna continue with YouTube next year? Yes, the plan is to continue with YouTube next year. The plan is definitely to continue with YouTube next year. And then the next question is, you guys are asking tough questions, Sure. And this is the last question. What subjects do you do? I do physics, life science, and tourism. Like, I don't know if you want me to list all of them, but I do Zulu, LO, English, maths, pure maths, and I do physics, life science, and LO. Yeah, those are the subjects I do. But anyway, guys, that is enough from me. And I really enjoyed this. I think I should do more videos sitting down. I don't know why. I should do more videos sitting down. So yeah, I think I'll definitely do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed learning about me. And yeah, Like I always say, my everythings. Do what the people always tell you to do, which is like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications because I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Anyway, have a blessed rest of your night because I'm probably gonna post this at night. If I do post it in the morning, have a blessed rest of your day. And my everythings, I love you so much, and the Lord loves you more than I ever could.